Well, how do you empower students who really like announcing to take other roles in the stream, like the camera operator and producer? I would think it'd be pretty hard to go. My opinion would you'd start off as producer or the camera guy, being the lowly, and then you work your way up to announcer. But I think you have a different opinion to that.
I do actually. I have the opinion that every digital media teacher, every broadcasting teacher should start every kid in the play-by-play and or commentary role first, so that they understand every single aspect of a broadcast. As a radio background, I had to learn very quickly everything about how did I want the pregame show to go, what are some of the things I wanted to talk about during pregame, what were the storylines coming into the game, how was I going to track those storylines, how was I going to be aware of new storylines developing, all of these different things that happen over the course of a broadcast. If I would have started as a camera person, I would have never. It's easy to kind of quote unquote hide behind a camera because you're like, well, nobody needs to know what I'm thinking right now. I just need to be able to move the camera, right? Let's flip that on its head. Let's get everybody involved in the play-by-play side first, so that they understand everything that has to go into it. From there, it's going to make you a better camera operator. It's going to make you a better producer. It's going to make you understand why the graphics that you're being asked to produce are important. So I would absolutely start kids with the play-by-play side, and then actually have them expand out. Like if you've gotten good enough at play-by-play, take on the executive producer role. We had that happen at state basketball a couple weeks ago. Actually, we had kids that came specifically to be play-by-play people, and by the end of the semifinals, they are actually the executive producer in charge of the basically 9-person crew that we were dealing with there. So start with the play-by-play, and then work them into different roles, and watch their leadership skills develop, which is kind of fun.
So it's basically so they have a grasp of all the other areas, or at least have a steering knowledge of.
Yep. Working knowledge. And like I said, as an announcer, I know that the things that I would be looking for as an announcer helped me the first time I ever ran a floor camera for an event. We were on the floor, and I'm like, well, I know exactly now because I was an announcer, I knew exactly coming out of a timeout, hey, we want to see a shot of the cheerleaders. We want to see a shot of the bench. We want to see a shot of the crowd. I knew all of that without anybody having to tell me, because I knew that would be something that I would talk about. If I was announcing the game, I would talk about that. So I'm like, I'm going to go show this. And if my director wants to come back from a commercial break on a shot of the cheerleaders or the crowd or the bench, or whatever that is, it's there. It's available. And that cuts down on the needed communication.